is the long-term plan here with what you do?
Longevity-wise, I really don't got no exact thought frame on it. I just know for the time being what I'm doing right now, I just want to prove my point that I'm really doing stuff on a higher level than what other people are doing. Like, I have the ability to do something that people think is just a casual thing that anybody can do until they get up there and try it. And that's what I'm trying to prove right now. Not really the longevity game, just trying to prove my point right now that I'm doing it on a high level that a lot of people can't do.
A lot of people are rappers until they have to rap for themselves.
Yeah, a lot of people think they can do it until they get put on the mic, and then it's like, go ahead and do it, and they can't. Yep. So I'm trying to prove that not only can I get in front of the mic and do it, I can do it on a higher level than most people.
Have you thought about, 10 years down the line where you want to be, that kind of stuff? Or are you living in the moment?
Kind of just living in the moment, and then when I finally stop, I want to be able to just look back at it and be like, I did it. Like, I put out X, Y, Z amount of tracks and put my full effort into it. That's kind of just living in the moment pretty much.
Yeah. So what are some of your biggest inspirations, if you have any?
The people right here beside me, they really inspire me with a lot of the stuff that I do. And we all study the game, study the music, study artists, study the way that people promote their music. We study everything down to a T to where we can implement it into our own style and make it our own. So these my inspiration right here. This who inspire me. That and like certain artists in the game, I see up and coming artists or even old artists that's already been in the game for a while. You just study it, all the ins and out of it, everything about it.
What does music mean to you? I guess that...
Music to me, honestly, is like, if you listen to my music, you wouldn't know that I'm introverted. Like, I really don't I'm not a conversational person. I don't really speak like that to people like that. I got my circle that I talk to, but I don't really go farther than that. I'm a, introvert? Introverted, yeah. But you wouldn't know that when you listen to my music, because music to me is like therapy. It's almost like an out for me. Like, if I'm feeling any type of emotion, what I may not be able to say to a person, you turn on a beat and I can say any feeling that I feel right then and there. So that's what music is to me. It's like therapy.
So in a way, it opens up a certain side of you that most other people don't really get.
They wouldn't even know it. And then you turn on a beat, turn on my music, you be like, damn, that's what music is to me. It's therapy.
Yeah, nice. Over time, since when you started doing this until now, how has it evolved? How did it start, and how are you different now than you were when you started?
Man, back then, when I would make music,
just for fun.
It was for fun, and on top of that, I didn't even know how to read music. I didn't know where hooks were supposed to come in. I didn't know where a bridge was supposed to come in. I didn't know how to read a beat. I didn't know how to do really none of those things. But the more I kept doing it, I just learned as I kept going. Now I can pinpoint everything. I just evolved on so many different levels. The cadence, my flow, you will notice it from if you go back to my older stuff and listen to my newer stuff, you will see the difference.
Yeah, there's something about, time and consistency.
Mm-hmm. You get better.
Yeah.
You get better over time.
It's inevitable, almost. You just keep doing something, you know what I mean? Okay, what is your one favorite part about all of this? If you could, give me one thing that comes from music itself, what's that one thing that's your favorite? Like, is it a feeling? Is it a certain kind of feeling? Is it,
I would have
is it about music that, is what it is to you? Like, why is it your thing?
Well, like I said, it's my therapy. It's almost like my way out. I get to speak in a way that I wouldn't be able to without the beat. As soon as I hear the beat, I'm able to speak and speak my mind freely. But on top of that, it's more of just the feeling that I like the most of it is when it's done. And I can say, man, I finished this product. I finished this project. It's finally out the way, and I can focus on my next project, my next single, my next track, my next rollout. So that's the best feeling, is knowing that I'm not done. Every time I drop I know that now I got to keep working.
Compared to your older stuff.
Yeah.
And realizing the process that you took to do this.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't done overnight.
Yeah.
You know, it just wasn't done yesterday.
Yeah.
Last week,
That's my favorite part about it.
It was done a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But now it's that seeing that process like, man, back then, I don't even like who that was.
Yeah. That's progress. That's growth. And it happens. It happens to me all the time. I'll be at a certain place, like even now, if I keep doing music for maybe a year from now, I look back at myself like, man, I could do better than that. And I get better. That's just progress over time. So yeah, that's my favorite part about music is when it's done. And then I know I can focus on my next project. And I also like the process of doing it. I just enjoy the whole thing overall. The process of doing it, when it's done, focusing on my next project. Do it, done, focus, just a repeat.
Yeah. So you like the creative process?
Yeah, the creative process, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no feeling better than that one.
Out of all things that you could, ever be passionate about in any way, why music? I know you said it's your therapy, but is there any other reason why this is like something that you've decided to be passionate about? I mean, you could literally be passionate about anything in this world, but you're doing music.
I think what makes me as passionate about it as what I am is that if you listed up like 50 people that would criticize my music or have an output about it or a judgment about it, out of the 50 people, 48 people always told me that shit go hard. So I think that's really what made me passionate about it, is knowing that anybody that taps in to listen to it, they fuck with it. They think it's hard. And so it lets me know that I can do something that not a lot of people can do. That's what made me passionate about it. Because like, if I got this talent, I'm gonna pursue it and do it to the highest degree that I can. Yep. So.
And it's that competitive mindset.
And it's competitive too. It's competitive. If I get on a track with somebody else and they can bar up just as much as me, now we both got to see who can come up with the best lyrics. I'm just passionate about the whole game, man. Yeah.
I kind of feel like now, like the time and the year that we're living in our city is the most competitive it's ever been. Like, before, at one point, it just felt like it was just us and then maybe another individual artist. Now you got groups like 5, 6, 7, 8 different groups of this artists coming up and trying to, kind of like you said, you can't be content and sleep and just be like, right now, like, you gotta stay working. Like, because somebody, the next youngster's coming behind us, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta do it to the highest degree.
Yeah, we gotta keep up with time of all the music. Yeah. It wasn't like it was when we was little. You get a 10-minute song, you get 10 with it. Nowadays, you gotta keep up with time of all these younger people and all that stuff. You lose track of time. Time gonna lose track of you.
Exactly. Yeah. You just gotta study the game overall and stay on top of things. You can't go back to 2002, 2003 music and be like, well, I'm gonna make a song just like that in 2022 because things change. And if you don't keep up with the times, then you're gonna be one of those people that's stuck in time 2002 making music that's outdated. So you just gotta study the game in and out and know everything about it and stay on top of it. You can't never get out of date. Music is just like food, man. You leave it in the fridge, it's gonna get out of date. You gotta stay on top of it.
Speaking of music being like food, I was just thinking that, music is one of those things that's, it is almost like it's just, like you have food, you have water, you have air, you have music. You know what I mean? It's like one of those elements in the world.
You can't really go without it, man.
Yeah, I just love it that it's music
everywhere.
can be for anybody.
It's
everywhere. It don't even have to just be hip hop. It can be rock, it can be reggae, it can be
anything.
It can be anything, and it's for anybody.
You can't go without it though. You go to the movie theaters, they got music playing. Super Bowl halftime, they got music playing. Everything.
And there's multiple ways that you can go into it. Like if you don't like hip hop, you can go listen to rock and roll. You don't like rock and roll, you got country. It's several genres for everybody can get into.
Music is turned into where it's essential. Somebody's listening to music. You go to church Sunday, somebody's listening to the gospel. I go to Walmart, like you said, somebody's playing rock song. It's everywhere.
It's fine. I don't have to subscribe to it. It's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
I like that part about music too, is that there's so many people on this earth that like, if you're good at making music, you're gonna hit someone that likes it. You know what I mean?
You're going to somebody. That's the biggest thing, is that you can't worry about the naysayers, the critics, or anything like that, because for every 10 critic, there's gonna be somebody out there that fuck with your shit. So you just gotta keep going until you find a certain amount of people that fuck with your shit and just keep going. There's gonna be people that don't like it, there's gonna be people that do like it. You can't please everybody, you just gotta stick to your craft and keep doing it. somebody out there gonna fuck with it if it's hard.
Yeah.
And you have to keep going. If you stop, then it's just
Exactly.
You stop, you're done.
Stop,
You're done.
yeah, literally.
Kind of like in these sports, you know, you got that LeBron right there.
Yeah.
He decided not to be LeBron for maybe a year or so. You got some young bull to ready to be the face of the franchise.
KD combined.
Yeah, they
You
right
can't
there.
stop. LeBron, basically, LeBron got to keep being LeBron. And if he don't, then somebody else gonna try to get in there.
Somebody
and get the next
hungry
LeBron.
been wanting to be.
They waiting to say, "Here's the next LeBron."
You know?
And that's what I'm saying with our city right now. Like, if we call ourselves stopping at 8, maybe 6 months go by, next youngster, next group of guys is come behind us, and then it's just like if we try to jump back in, we might be lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Cop like you double dutching when you was 16. You're not gonna be double dutching like that when you're 60.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it while you can. Do it while you can. Do it while you can. Fuck around and go to the hospital.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for doing this. Been nice to hear from you.
yeah.
Hopefully, there's more from you.
Pluto Da Vinci streaming services. Look it up. Subscribe.
Yes, sir. Myself.
My boy Stevie G.
There we go. All right. Thank you.